Hey, what's going on, guys? It's David here from Genzio. We are in Las Vegas, Nevada for CES Day 4. I'm here with Vish. Vish, how are you doing?
Doing well. Thank you so much for having me. Pleasure to be here.
Absolutely, man. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you.
So, how's it been going so far, CES?
A very busy CES, a lot of cool stuff around AI, consumer electronics show and mobility. Been a very busy time for us. We've been exhibiting along with our partners. Really good turnaround. So it's been great.
Is this your first CES?
No, this is my sixth or seventh CES.
Oh, okay. All right. So, what has been different about this one than others in the past?
Well, I mean, if you go back about 7 years ago, since 2017, CES is no more about consumer electronics. There's a lot of automotive, robotics, and autonomous mobility. Fast forwarding 2024, 2025 CES, a lot of AI has come to reality. So that's very good. You see a lot of AI products, a lot of drone products, and there's been a lot of reality coming into picture. So that's very nice. And I see a very good pattern of the entire globe coming together. It's no more just about America and China.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got a startup pavilion that's got like over 30 countries at the Venetian. So it was really great to meet, global innovation.
Yeah.
That was very nice.
Okay, cool, man. Cool. So, obviously, you're here for Multicoreware.
Yes.
We'd love to hear about Multicoreware. So, why don't you introduce us to it?
Sure, perfect. So Multicoreware is a software solutions company. We're a high-performance software optimization center. We've been in the industry for 15 years, primarily working with semiconductor partners. We've been able to write parallelizable programs. Right? You take any high-performance software, and you got to run it on a mobile phone, a refrigerator, a TV. It's not taught in academia. It's not taught in your schools. You need to be very clever to be able to program such what we call as the edge devices, very low power devices. So our company helps our customers who can be like Renesas Semiconductors, really huge in automotive. So you take all these sophisticated giant AI algorithms, optimize them to be able to run on a really low power environment. So that's what we do. We work in 4 segments. I oversee our autonomous mobility segment, which is really the big topic here at CES. So many people trying to transform mobility. And they want to take all these AI algorithms with different sensors and sensor fusion and run it all on the edge. So that's what we do.
Okay, cool, man. So I'd love to hear kind of a little bit of a background about you and how this kind of came about.
Oh, great. I graduated from Texas. I have a master's in AI. I did computer vision. I did biomedical imaging. Used to work for a startup in Anaheim. Really unfortunate about the Los Angeles incident. Been checking on my former colleagues. And then I used to head a team at Samsung Innovation Center in the Bay Area. And a couple of years ago, I decided to move back to India. India is a land of opportunities. So then I took up the role as a vice president general manager for Multicoreware to grow our team. We're roughly about a 500 member organization, and we've been scaling, almost doubling in the last 3 years. So that's my background.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So Multicoreware, who's the general audience for Multicoreware? Who, benefits from this? Obviously, automotive industry and that sort of thing, but who's been the target audience thus far?
I mean, the easiest way to put it, if anybody who's been streaming videos, you guys are in the content business.
Yeah.
If you're streaming videos, we are one of the best video codec experts. So all the major streaming companies leverage our software. It's called a compression sort of an engine. If you look up open source in Google, if you search for a project called X265, it's sort of the compression engine backend for all 4K streaming. And that's done by Multicoreware. So we've impacted millions and millions of folks through our software. And primarily, any AI that runs on low power computers, laptop computers, today, some of the next generation cars that have really cool displays, we've impacted those sort of work. So our target, as I said, is semiconductor companies. That's our primary target. And we build catered solutions for medical imaging, for automotive, a wide variety of audience. So a lot of our software without our name gets touched by millions of people.
Okay, and they don't even know it.
They don't even know it.
Okay, cool, man. Can you disclose some car brands that you are working with?
I mean, we cannot really disclose the OEM names,
Yeah.
but I can talk about a partner that we are exhibiting here. They are an Israeli computer vision company. They are called CIPIA, CIPIA. They're in production with several manufacturers, especially Chinese electric giants. And they bring in driver monitoring system, like alert systems to life. And Multicoreware and CIPIA partnered, and at CES we are showcasing sensor fusion, where you take a camera and you take a radar and you try to fuse both of these
Yeah.
to detect leftover child. It's becoming a very common concern. If you take a look at Europe, there's enough child death because of somebody just leaves the child, goes to shopping, and there's a sudden panic attack. So we are trying to save that. So we are basically mounting a small radar, fully safe for human beings inside a car, fusing it with the camera, and trying to look at the heart rate of the occupants,
Wow.
trying to improve the experience. And we are showcasing it live. A lot of OEMs and tier one showed interest for us.
So being able to track biometrics through camera, essentially.
Camera and a radar through
Wow.
fusion. Yeah, you don't have to wear anything. The sensors just stay right behind your rearview mirror, and then you're able to track your entire occupant's healthcare. And the future is, I mean, if the heart rate variability is there, you automatically do an emergency alert. And there's a lot of potential and features, and we are showcasing.
Yeah, really. The door opens, right? So I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, I could see maybe in the future one day on my dashboard in my car or something where, you know, my electric screen, it'll in a corner or wherever it might be displayed, it'll have, you know, my heart rate, calories burned or something like this, you know, kind of like the watch that I might wear when I train.
The proof of concept is right here at West Hall. It's not Sunday in the future. We are very close to
here.
that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's what we guys are showcasing there. You can see your respiration rate, you can see your heart rate, everybody that sits in the car right here at West Hall at CES 2025.
Okay, nice. And so throughout the 15 years, where have you guys found the most success in the world?
Primarily United States, because they are early adopters of technology. All technology comes to life here. But in the recent times, China has been a very big market. It's continuously growing. Accelerated time to market's been huge in China. So between the United States of America and China, that's our biggest business. In China, we have another automotive partner. There's a company called Link & Co., which is another OEM. If you guys have seen surround view systems, we help to optimize that surround view system for them at a very, very cost-efficient price. So between US and China, and right now for all the AI stuff across the globe, we see success.
Okay, okay. Now, I like, for example, I drive a car that has sensors that alerts me when I back up or, you know, or when I get too close to something, you know, and it's like every time I get in a newer car, it seems to be they're getting more advanced in terms of like, oh, there's a car right next to you, and now we're actually going to move the car out of the way a little bit. What kind of separates you guys from, say, another company that might do something similar?
I mean, every company is trying to be cost competitive.
Yeah.
And we help the manufacturers get cost competitive. So for us, a Ford versus a Toyota doesn't really matter. We want to make people safe, and we want to help both the companies get their cost competitive advantage. So we are flexible to work across with both. It's really, I mean, NVIDIA has been the biggest AI, you know, hype setter as well as trend setter. I mean, they're a $4 trillion company. It's not just for nothing. I mean, if you guys were at CES day one when the CEO, Jensen Huang, gave a keynote, I mean, there were like tens of thousands of people just waiting in line to listen to him for 1 hour.
I got it, unfortunately.
Oh, thanks to media.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, some of my colleagues were trying to listen to him and they could not even get in, right? So NVIDIA is really great, I mean, for high performance workloads. But there are a lot of other competition semiconductors that try to come into the market and a lot of startups that come with very innovative solutions. So we really try to help those companies and see how they can make their lives with. Right? Going back to your question, I mean, there was a lot of hype around self-driving. I mean, there's still some demos here. I think a company called Zoox, if you guys are familiar about them, they showed some full autonomous mobility stack that was demonstrated. But as you say, more and more humans would take their minds off the road.
Yeah.
And slowly hands off the road and slowly just turn the driver's seat around and car becomes your living home.
Yeah.
You just keep driving around and then enjoy with the time with your occupants in the vehicle and forget driving.
Yeah, I mean, you probably know much more about it than I do, but I recently visited Arizona, and in Arizona, they've launched, with Jaguar, they've launched these self-driving cars where there actually isn't anyone driving.
Yeah, I mean, I've took those rides even in San Francisco.
Okay, so yeah, I'm sure they're in San Francisco as well. Yeah.
I mean, in fact, while I was heading my team at Samsung Innovation, we were one of the leaders to build that out from scratch.
No way.
So yeah, I've been an autonomous robotics engineer, and I mean, the scale is going to be a challenge, right? I was talking to my Uber driver just while I was coming here, and he was basically saying, hey, he saw this Zook's car and he was like, all the Uber drivers' jobs are going to get away and you guys are taking the taxi jobs, right? Everybody has that opinion. I really don't think so. I think we all get evolved. The analogy I keep giving people is if you go back for maybe even 50, 60 years ago, bank tellers was a huge job. Right? People used to go to the bank and get the cash, and it was a huge job. And there was one museum I went there, I think in Europe, where they had like media posters that said ATM is a device to rob your money. Right? This dates back 50 years.
Yeah.
Because people didn't like the automation of giving you cash because there was a real person behind it and doing the job.
Yeah.
Today, ATMs are everywhere. I mean,
that's
nobody thinks a second chance about going and taking from an ATM. It's not like people carry a bundle of cash and wherever you want, you just use your international debit card and get your money. So the mobility and the AI transformation is like that, right? The way I see it is, it's going to help you get more and more productive. Programmers, I mean, there's a huge engineering dilemma that says, will we need programmers? Will AI replace everybody? Right? I don't think so. AI will sort of replace mundane tasks. There's some very interesting demos that I saw where there's like an AI laundry, right? It basically tries to observe your pattern and tell you now you've got to do a laundry, puts camera in your closet and then says, these are all soiled clothes, you put it in this. So a lot of these mundane tasks can be optimized from AI. So you get to spend more time what you want to do. Well, there's a lot of ethical concerns about AI at this point.
Yeah.
I think regulations are going to come in place and we should just see the benefit of the technology and move on.
Yeah. Take it with a grain of salt, right?
Yeah.
Can you think about the first time that you were introduced to AI?
That's probably dating back more than a decade ago. I was working on medical imaging. I'm very passionate about healthcare and preventive healthcare. I can save real impact of lives. And pre-AI, I was trying to write handcrafted algorithms to be able to detect some brain tumor cells.
Wow.
And the first time I actually played hands-on in AI with a couple of images and designing a neural network, I was amazed at the accuracy and the speed the AI could solve the problem. So I really remember when I programmed my first AI a decade ago, and I saw that because I've been working in this for almost the problem for 5-6 years, and then I have not seen that level of accuracy to solve such a problem. And right now it's in deployment everywhere. So that's sort of my own programmed AI trying to solve something. And since then, I've solved a lot of problems with AI. I see some really game-changing things with AI.
It's a fantastic tool.
Yeah, it's a fantastic tool. I mean, thanks to ChatGPT, a lot of the students are getting benefited.
Yeah.
But again, there's always risks and pros in any technology that we bring to life. We just need to make sure there's right regulations and stuff. If everybody were against smartphone, then the world would have not advanced so far.
Yeah, where would we be?
Exactly, right? So, and there's still people that don't believe smartphones.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, for the right reasons. And we should just blend all the technology that's coming out together for the betterment of the humans. And then I think we'll have a great, the last 3 years, content has transformed with AI. Right? I've seen amazing transformation, people creating a lot of really cool graphics and stuff. I mean, the Sphere, for example, at Vegas is an amazing example.
Yeah.
Right? If you have AI and you can personalize it, it's extraordinary. At CES 2025, I saw a very cool demo. I forget the name of the company, but they're basically putting a personalized lighting through AI. So whatever you put it on your screen, your room lighting can completely change to the mood of the screen. Oh. So cool.
Yeah.
And it just learns from your pattern and time. If you like to see purple colors when you come from the office, the moment you step in, they basically put a distance sensor. They think, okay, Dan is here, David is here. They just change the color of the lighting. There's a lot of nice stuff and personalization we can do with AI.
Okay, man, that's awesome. I sense a lot of passion, obviously. Where did this inspiration come from?
I mean, really, I've been a technocrat. Well, I actually wanted to become a dentist doctor, if dental is considered doctor. But then I found passion in computer gaming. I mean, that's where most people start, right? You see games and then you suddenly think, hey, I have a really cool storyboard that I want to bring to life. Then you start thinking about it. That's how I started into computer science, and you take twists and turns. And the more you actually bring to life, it really drives passion. And at Multicoreware, our founder CEO, he's also a technologist, he's a serial entrepreneur. really cares about making an impact, not just trying to drive a product for hype and then sell it away. I mean, some entrepreneurs have their style, but our CEO inspires all of us to really deliver impact. And that's why when I was talking about the streaming, it's a huge impact. If you can't stream 4K content, today a lot of nice, cool stuff you would miss, right? So yeah, I think it's inspired by good leaders, really good managers, and what the world can achieve if you've got good technology.
Okay, all right. So I'd like to take this moment to give you the opportunity to, announce anything special that's coming with Multicoreware, or if you'd like to make an announcement.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, our big announcement is around how the experiences inside vehicle can change. We demonstrated with a partner, but really what we say for is AI is very useful, but very complex. So we would like to invite any of our, if you have a problem in AI that you need to optimize it for, or you need to really bring it to a mobile phone, or you've got a cool idea, reach us out and then we can definitely solve it for you.
Okay, and where can we follow you guys to stay up to date with anything upcoming, or just to follow?
Being a professional organization, LinkedIn is number one for us. We try to be updated in Twitter and Instagram, but we don't do as good of a job as content creators do. But yeah, Multicoreware Inc. Follow our LinkedIn page, and then you get all our updates. We are present at various shows: CES, NAB, Electronica, pretty much all shows where AI and semiconductors blend, and Multicoreware is there. And very soon we'll bring in a lot of game-changing technologies to your homes and to your cars. So looking forward to it.
Cool. Well, Vish, thank you so much.
Pleasure having me. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey, what's up?
But it's not something Genzio is afraid of.
If you want to survive, you got to build a hive.
No, we do not understand that we do not want to have. Ladies and gentlemen.
We're back at the Genzio Media House.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us today.